little children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment. Come, little children, the time's come to play here in my garden of shadow.
Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. And the first things first, I need to apologize for failing on Vlogtober on Halloween. I do have some videos that I'm going to be filming just to put them out there, you know, because why not try to finish the month. I have been sick all week since Monday. Today's the first day that I actually feel a whole lot better, and I'm back hopefully for good. I'm thinking about vlogging the whole Thanksgiving week. You know how you guys get a break on Thanksgiving? So I was thinking about uploading a video every day for Thanksgiving. Let me know what you guys think about that. And we are going to be trying Vlogmas this year again. If you have any suggestions for any Vlogmas names for this channel, put them in the comments down below and I will scatter through and I will heart the one I pick if I do pick one of yours. So now let's get into this story. This is an urban legend. It comes from Mexico, where my family is from. It is one of the oldest and the most scariest urban legend for me. It comes from the time XVI. I do not know what number that is, but I will put it on the screen so you guys can know what time that comes from. And it even got so bad at one point that they actually had a curfew for people there in Mexico. You had to be indoors with your doors locked and everything and not go outside at a certain time of night because it used to get creepy. But let's get into the story and hopefully you guys get spooked. Grab some popcorn, grab a blanket, turn down the lights, get somebody to sit down with you because you might get scared. I don't know. Get in the mood and let's get started. So the legend goes like this. There used to be a young woman by the name Maria, which is really creepy because that's my name. And, you know, she was born into this really poor family, but she was known for her beauty. One day, you know, she was in the village, minding her own business, running some errands, and there was this wealthy nobleman who was passing through. He was a traveler, so he was just passing by, and he was taken by her beauty so much that, you know, he offered her a life with him. She was so charmed by this man that she agreed. You know, she said yes, and her family was so excited because she was gonna marry into a wealthy family. On the other hand, the wealthy nobleman's father did not agree so much. He wasn't happy about it, that he was going to marry into poverty. So what the couple decided to do is to build a house in the village, and that is where they ended up living, away from the disapproving father. Eventually, you know, Maria got pregnant with twins. She had twins. She had a boy and a girl. And the man was always traveling. May I remind you, he's a traveler. So he's always traveling. He was never really always home. And when he did get home, you know, he would spend most of the time with the kids. Maria started to notice this. You know, she started to notice how he would prefer to be with the children and he wouldn't really pay much attention to her. And she started to think, you know, he's falling out of love with me or he's losing interest in me. And she wasn't that wrong because one time, you know, he left and he didn't come back. He was gone. He basically left her and the twins and didn't come back. So years passed by, and one day, you know, she was out walking with her children by this river, and she saw a familiar carriage, and she was like, wait a minute, I know that carriage. Back then, you know, they didn't have cars, so they used carriages and horses and all that kind of stuff. And she saw a younger woman, younger than her, like a woman younger than her, sitting next to her husband in this carriage. And, you know, she was so angry and so confused and so hurt that she had like a panic attack or an anxiety attack, or, you know, something came over her and she didn't know what she was doing, and she grabbed her two children and just threw them into the river. And when she saw the two bodies floating, that's when she came to her senses. She realized what she had done, and she was so hurt and so sad and so filled with guilt that she threw herself into this river in intentions of reuniting with her two children. So it is said that when she came to the gates of heaven, she was challenged, or rather say questioned, over the whereabouts of her children, and obviously she didn't know where they were, and so she was not permitted to enter the heavens until she would find her children. Therefore, the legend is born where she is forced to wander the earth for all eternity looking for her children, and she's known to be always weeping. Therefore, her name is born right here. Not gonna say it. So basically, she's caught between the living and the spiritual world. And it is said that if you hear her crying, you are to run the opposite way. Just run. It is said that her cries can bring misfortune and even death. It is also said that children wandering late at night, if they resemble her children, she takes them so she can claim them as her own. So basically, she's looking for replacements of her kids so she can be led into heaven. That's what she's doing. She asks them for forgiveness, and then she takes them. The people who claim to have seen her, they say that they've seen her in the evenings, like when it's barely dark outside. But back then, I don't know if it's like getting worse, or I don't know what's going on, but my family tells me, the internet tells me one thing, but my family tells me that it's always after midnight when you hear her cries. If you hear her cries, you hear them after midnight. It's always after midnight. And my husband, he says that basically most of the time, yeah, it's after midnight, but most of the time it's between 2 and 4 a.m., which is the dead hour of the night. So some people believe that if they hear her, they're marked for death, and for those who escape in time are not. And another thing about her cries is that when you hear her really, really like far away, it basically means that she's really, really, really close, which is one of the creepiest things I could ever imagine. Basically, this woman is, being tortured and being forced to wander the earth and search for her children until she finds them. And there are a lot of people that have told me that they've heard this woman before, and that when you hear her cry, it's the most bone-chilling, terrifying, scariest thing you can ever hear in your life. It's scarring. It's dreadful. And it terrifies me to even talk about this, because I am somebody who believes in stuff like that, and you guys cannot imagine how scared I am right now talking about this. But I do have some stories about some people that heard her or that seen her and stuff like that, and if you guys want me to share that, that can be another video. You can let me know in the comments down below. Stop looking at my pimple. Let me know if you guys want me to, let you guys in on those stories. My husband has heard her, my aunt, my mom, I think my dad, I'm not completely sure, but I think. And, I have some people that I know that have seen her. So let me know. Parents use this story to scare their children to not be out so late at night, and to coming home early or coming home on their curfew. But it doesn't mean it's not true, just because they use it to scare them, it's not just, fake. It's a true urban legend, and a lot of people don't believe in this kind of stuff, but a lot of people do. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I personally do believe in stuff like this because I've seen some stuff, I've heard some stuff, if you guys don't know this about me, you know, I used to live in a haunted house. You know, my mom's house is haunted, and I believe. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to hear those stories. I do have some other little urban legends here and there that are kind of creepy that I might talk about them later on, but this one's the one that creeps me out the most. And if you guys didn't know this, there's a movie coming out based on this urban legend. Right here's the title. And I am terrified. I am terrified because my husband wants to go see this movie. And I'm like, no. Honey, you can go watch it yourself because I'm not setting foot in that theater while that movie is playing. No, I'm not going. I told him I wasn't going, and I'm not going. That's it for this story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's terrifying to me because it's just... So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have some more fun videos planned for you guys. Even though we're a few days away from Halloween, I still have some videos I'm going to be putting up for you guys. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you turn on your notifications bell. And I have some videos planned for Thanksgiving to make up for failing on Vlogtober. And I guess we'll just try better next year. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button because this story terrified me and I still told you guys about it. So I appreciate it if you guys show me some support by clicking that like button. Right, so that is it for this scary spooky story. I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.